Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're taking our Airedale Terriers out for a walk along the rolling hills of Arabia as JorDan, playing as the Blue Turks, prepares to take on Mr. Yo, playing as the Red Celts. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Turks are a civilization built around gunpowder units. Their gunpowder units are created faster, have extra HP, come with cheaper technologies, and some can even be upgraded to get extra range. Now, staying on brand, the unique unit of the Turks is the Janissary. Think of this as a more expensive but less accurate hand cannoneer with more range, more HP, a better attack, and more armor, but no bonus against infantry. Now, to support these heavy but expensive units on the field of battle, the Turks can actually field some pretty decent supporting units of their own. Turkish scout line units come with extra pierce armor, their cavalry archers can be upgraded to get 40% more HP, and their scout line units automatically upgrade to light cavalry and hussars upon reaching castle and imperial age, which gives Turks access to top of the line units immediately without having to wait for the upgrades to be researched. Now, in order to afford these gunpowder units, which if you play this game you know are ridiculously expensive, Turkish gold miners do work 20% faster. They get the chemistry upgrade for free, and the free upgrades to light cav and hussar actually saves the Turks 650 food and 650 gold. Now, opposing the Turks, we have Mr. Yo playing as the Red Celts, a civilization built around the need for speed. Celtic lumberjacks work faster, which is great because the Celts need lots and lots of wood for their primary focus, which is siege. Celtic siege workshops work faster, their siege units fire faster, and all siege workshop units can be upgraded to get 40% more HP. Now, coming back to the need for speed, Celtic infantry do move faster than normal. Their castles, their towers can be upgraded to fire faster, and their unique unit, the Woad Raider, is the second fastest infantry unit in the game and comes with good HP and a very strong attack. Now, in order to support a hungry, growing population, Celts can actually convert and steal enemy herdables, even if there is an enemy unit standing right next to them. So, lock up your pigs, watch out for these red Celtic scout cavalry, because like I said, they will thief them, they will steal them, they will convert them, whatever lingo terminology you wish to use. I am incredibly excited for this game. These are two very powerful civilizations with very heavy hitting units. I mean, Celtic siege is legendary, but no less legendary than Turkish gunpowder. I mean, having +2 range on your bombard cannon is just an incredible upgrade, and having 40% more HP on your siege units is also as incredible. Although remember, the Celts, I believe, do not get the bombard cannons in their siege lineup. That would just be way too unfair with the faster firing and the faster creation of the unit. So while the players continue to establish themselves, continue to build their bases, let's take a look at those actual bases, see if we can notice any weaknesses or strengths. Mr. Yo fairly open on the west, completely open on the east and the south. Not a huge fan of this base location. Very exposed in the back. His gold pile is a little bit forward, surrounded by 2 hills, very smartly claiming the first hill for himself, and the second hill we leave it to him to see when he wants to claim it. For sure he should build something here. You cannot let this hill come into control of your enemy and have access to your primary gold pile. Where is his stone? Okay, a little bit side back, not very safe. Actually pretty exposed, and we'll see how Mr. Yo decides to deal with it. I'm not too worried about the player with just about 2,700 elo. I mean, take a look at the elos of the two players. They are literally 7 elo points. That's, I believe, 1 game apart. Now, JorDan, his base, I like this base much easier. Easier to wall off in the far west, easier to wall off in the south, although the stone pile is incredibly exposed here, and this is a long walling distance. The east can be walled off, north completely open. I don't know who I would give it to. I would say they're both equally disadvantaged. Both players are open in the back, and not a surprise that Mr. Yo sniffs out this weakness with his militiamen and immediately sends his units to the back. Jordan's gold pile, though, much safer than Mr. Yo's. So very, very small advantage here to Jordan, I would say, although his stone pile is exposed. So we'll see how he plans on addressing that, if at all. If Mr. Yo will put on pressure, or we'll see maybe Jordan will be the one who puts pressure in this game. As always, I leave it up to the players to decide how to play this game. Civ bonuses, Civ features, map features, all of that is secondary to the actual decision making of the players. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. Let's take a look at the map we're fighting on. Fairly flat ground, not a lot of major hills. I mean, they're strewn about a lot of places. As I said, we're taking our terriers out for a walk today. They love running, they love digging, so lots of hills, lots of pastures for them to play on this map. Rush distance, I would say, fairly long. Take a look at the Mr. Yo's town center at the bottom of the screen. Jordan's at the top. And this for scale is a scout cavalry. So a fairly long rush distance, although completely open ground. Lots of choke points. Normally, I would say that choke points favor the ranged units. And I would still say that in this game. The question is, whose ranged units? Jordan's powerful gunpowder or Mr. Yo's powerful siege? I mean, onagers, scorpions, these can demolish entire ranks of units, but so can bombard cannons with extra range, so can janissaries. In any event, both players are now in feudal, both players sitting on the exact same civilian population, 24 villagers going up to 25 for both. Both players building up their archery units, getting economic upgrades. And so we'll see this one archer is just leading these militiamen on a merry chase so his partner can snipe them down. And yeah, these militias are basically useless. Mr. Yo got some very good scouting. Let's see what he's seen of his opponent's base. He's seen it all. He's seen the far west, he's seen the south, the east, and the north. What has Jordan seen of his opponent's base? An outline, I would say. Has not seen the southern portion here. Has not seen... Yeah, that's about it. I can kind of guess from this wood line about this wall off. So not super important. Either this is open or it's not. In any event, I think Mr. Yo here having the better map vision at this point, which could possibly explain why his score is just a little bit ahead, given that they have the same amount of town centers, basically the same amount of villagers, and Jordan actually has an army supply lead of 2 because he is just continuing to pump out archers. 5 archers going down for him, although Mr. Yo going up to 4 and adding a few skirmishers in the mix to put these archers, these Turkish archers, in jeopardy. And here they come with the militiamen from the earlier stages of the game. Let's see if these militiamen can actually accomplish anything, or if they're just here to be a meat shield, which, by the way, is probably the best use for them at this point. To just tank arrow fire while... No, never mind. Oh god, amazing surround here by Jordan with these light cav. All of Mr. Yo's army should die here. I don't see any red dots on the map streaming forward, so... Yeah, Jordan needs to run away with these archers. No point in getting their HP reduced. Although Mr. Yo doggedly pursuing them until finally... a sword from one of these scout calves just bashes the back of his head in, and he goes down. Okay, look look at this construction project here. This great wall of Celtica being built on the entire eastern portion of Mr. Yo's base. I mean, fantastic, but how the hell are you going to defend this part? Where is the closest villager? Do you see a single villager here on the map? Nope, it's a farmer, and she is all the way here, unless Mr. Yo plans on establishing another farming community somewhere nearby. This is an incredibly exposed wall off. And let's see if Jordan decides to make an issue of it. For now, he's forward with 4 archers, 3 scout cavalry. Can the archers reach? Yeah, they'll be able to reach a few of these lumberjacks, I think. And let's take a look if I'm right. Let's see if he even stops. He does not. Sees the archers of his opponent, decides to wisely not engage. No sense in throwing away any archers, especially when one of them is on death's door. And now he sees the entire wall off. Let's see if JorDan takes advantage. And this is what I was talking about. Mr. Yo has to leave a villager here. Okay, beautiful. Putting down a market. Wheelbarrow upgrade for our Turkish player. And my god, look how long it's taking these archers to make their way over here. By the time they make their way over here, JorDan will just disappear into the mists of the fog of war. Although does lose that 1 week. No, it's actually a better health archer. Now loses the 1 week archer. Okay, Mr. Yo defending here quite well, even though JorDan's kill count, manages to snipe one, is ahead by 3 kills. No villager damage just yet. And let's take a look. I mean, JorDan seems to be also creating a giant carve out of the map. Oh, I hate things like this. I absolutely hate. Is this open? Is it not? I absolutely hate when the map spawns. Let's see if his villager goes there to check. For now, though, JorDan out on the map exploring. Let's see if he's seen relics. He has seen 1, 2, 3 relics. Mr. Yo has seen none. So Mr. Yo here with basically no map presence. His archers looked like they were going to go harass, explore, do something, but nope. Instead decide to wait here at the bottom of the hill. I would rather have them here at the top. A secondary wall going down for Mr. Yo. He knows that this is a weak spot. He knows that this is one Achilles heel that he has to contend with. And now he knows that JorDan knows about this spot because JorDan was here a little while ago. And let's see what these Celtic archers can do. Now, Celtic archers not the best in the game, although with enough of them, you can one-shot scout cavalry, apparently. And now he's moving forward, although JorDan knows sacrifice a scout cavalry to do exactly what they're designed to do, which is scout. And like I was saying, the Celtic archer line is not the best later on in the game. No arbalests, no hand cannoneers, no thumb ring, no upgrades. They're missing the 3rd attack and the 3rd defensive upgrade. But let's see. JorDan, though, is under attack. He's got immediately the upgrade for light cav. Sorry, that was not a sentence in English. I meant to say, as he reaches castle age, his scout cavalry immediately become light cav. And so very important to keep these guys alive. They will shred through these archer units. I mean, quantity-wise, Mr. Yo is going to take this handily, but not before losing a shit ton of units. Kill count, though, has stabilized somewhat. Both players in castle, both players plopping down, rather, a second town center. Not a huge fan of this location at the base of a hill here. Any units at the top of the hill will have a fun time just destroying this. Although, where else can he build it? Oh, God, Mr. Yo's base is just so, unfortunately, yeah, I don't know what the term is. It's just, it's very unfortunate. Where, if you put a town center, it has to be here, nowhere close to any other resource. You have to put town centers near your wood line because you are the Celts. You need a shit ton of wood, although he does have a bunch of wood in the back. And now he's broken in with his crossbows into JorDan's base. Let's see what he can get done. In a strange twist of fate, we have a Turkish Scorpion pushing back Celtic ranged units. So always fun to watch. I love comparing this game to chess, where after the first few opening moves, you know, there's an infinite number of possibilities. Oh my God, was he attacking the farm by accident? Or were was the farm just getting hit by crossbow bolts that were just missing? Second Scorpion in production should pop out in the next microsecond here. And it pops out. We'll shoo these away. Okay, so the usefulness of these crossbows has been greatly diminished by the fact that he's built 2 Scorpions. And yeah, like I said, I am not a fan of Mr. Yo's base. Very unfortunate for him. JorDan, I'm also equally shitty with having these resources up on hills. Anytime you have your resources up on hills, it's such an annoying thing in the later stages of the game because you can't really build town centers anywhere near this. And so you have to find different places to build town centers, like right out in the middle of the map. JorDan taking a huge risk here. How many villagers is 9 villagers building this town center? He's got no map vision. He does not know where the hell his opponent is. Finally brings in the scout cavalry, or the light cavalry rather. and they're going to start patrolling. They're going to start ensuring that this very aggressively placed town center goes up safely and continues to operate safely. I wonder if JorDan wishes he didn't build this siege workshop all the way in the back. And any monk play here? We've got one monk in production for our Turk, and no monks for our Celts, who is now building pikemen. Now, remember, this is Celtic pike. It moves faster because it is an infantry unit, so instead of moving at the 1, it moves at 1.15, which is the 15% faster movement speed. That being said, these light caps are at a 1.5, and these pike are way out of position to help defend against, but only one manages to shoo away an entire brigade of 8 of them. I mean, wise move here by JorDan. Had he engaged into that one pike, the reinforcements would have just mowed him down. Scorpions out on the map with that really annoying sound they make when you click on them. I don't know what that is. Is that a pair of drums? I'm not too sure. In any event, gonna get the first relic, sees the second, sees the third, and sees the fourth. What a lucky vision here right at the edge. Has Mr. Yo seen anything? He's seen 1 and 2. Okay, we'll see if he even wants to. For now, I don't think he's built even a monastery. He is going pure military play. These light cav trying to bust their way into the base. 2 pikemen. If 1 shoot him away, 2 should definitely shoo him away. And now he's on the map with his first mangonel. Any upgrades? No. Defensive upgrades for these pike, attack and defensive upgrades for his archers. That might have been a waste of resources early on in the game, although I do like the pressure he put on once he was in here. But take a look at the kill count. JorDan, with his faster units, has killed basically double what Mr. Yo has killed. Oh, God. I mean, he got that Scorpion, but man, did he shell his own units for it. Not very unfortunate. Villager coming forward, building an outpost. Hill advantage for the Celtics infantry. Brilliant move here by Mr. Yo. When his mangonel, which died, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, units in this game die all the time. And now we've got cavalry archers with 70 HP coming down the hill to attack our pike, which have to run away until they can come to their mangonel and have that to support them. But this is not a fight Mr. Yo should be taking. Anyway, what I was wanting to say is once his mangonel came under attack here, instead of running away with it, he ran towards his pikemen, which is not something you see all the time. A lot of time when our units are attacked, we see a player move them away to try to run away. But the correct move is to move the unit towards your counter units, not away from them. But now, my God, 1 scorpion, 2 scorpions, and a shit ton of pikemen here. How many do we have in this clump? 16 pikemen. First castle done. We'll see what he decides to do with it. Thumb ring going down for our Turk. And this fits the standard Turkish meta. I mean, they're, like I said in the beginning, they're known for gold. They're known they're known for gunpowder. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, the meta of the Turks is mostly cavalry archers because of that upgrade that gives them 20% more HP. I am, of course, talking about Sipahi. And yeah, they're just doing what Turkish players do, which is loading up on cavalry archers going up to 23 and mixing those in with some light cav, some hussars. Very aggressive castle here by JorDan, but spotted immediately by Mr. Yo, whose pikemen should be able to stop this from going up. A counter castle. I mean, not really necessary, this counter castle. I don't really see him building any woads out of these things. Okay, focusing on the villagers. Not sure I agree with that. Probably should have focused on some of these cavalry archers. You weren't going to get all the villagers anyway, so might as well knock down some of these expensive units. And where are you going? Okay, go home, battering ram. Very slowly has made his way across the map. Says fuck you in particular to this one barracks. In any event, Let's take a look at the armies that our opponents are building. Mr. Yo strangely doubling down on pikes, even though he sees his opponent is going full balls to the wall cavalry archers. He is not producing any military units except scorpions, and that's because not only is he going up to Imperial, but his opponent is going up to Imperial as well. Yeah, you are not engaging pikes into cavalry archers backed by a castle, backed by janissaries. Yes, you love to see the units. Usually you don't see that many of them, maybe like 10 at most, as support for these cavalry archers. I like that he's brought forward his monks. While I was blabbing on about battering rams going home, both players have cleared the entire map of relics, with our Turkish player taking a 3-2 relic advantage. And now he's here. He's in the north of Mr. Yo's bases, JorDan, and he's putting his relics in jeopardy here. Oh, gets another scorpion. He needs to take down this monastery. Any amount of gold he can deny from his opponent. Oh, taking down a siege workshop for our Celtic player that's gonna hurt. Let's see where he has other ones, if he does. Yeah, right in the front, but it's also right in the line of fire here. What is he building? Scorpions, town center. Another one. Oh, bear comes in, says, "Not today, swashbuckler." But these are villagers with loom, and the bears don't stand a chance. I like that JorDan is using these cavalry archers to keep an eye on his opponent, but I think he can be a bit more active. Right as I say that, he breaks 4 of them off. Where is he going? But take a look at the surround. I'm going to zoom out. Take a look at the surround that blue has on red on the mini-map. Mr. Yo's map vision is non-existent. This is what he sees of the map. This one tiny corner. And he's not even walled off completely here. Now these cavalry archers can go into his base, can cause a ruckus. I mean, they can even go here. They might take some archer fire from the castle, but I don't think it's garrisoned, so it's not going to do that much damage. Okay, sneaking in a capped ram upgrade while this siege workshop is under attack. Yes, this is what JorDan needs to do. Deny your opponent as much gold as possible, because siege costs a shit ton of gold. Although now with both players in Imperials, Trebs are the order of the day for Mr. Yo, who's building 2 of them. But bombard cannons are coming out. Let's see if he gets artillery and adds another +2 range to these guys. For now, Mr. Yo, what is he doing to respond to this? He's got no army. He's got pikemen. Is he just biding his time for some better unit to come out on the map? Because for now, JorDan converting 2 pikemen. I mean, he really did not need to do that, but he does it anyway. A defensive castle going up. Perfect placement here. King of the Hill Castle. Securing the stones, securing the wood, securing the front portion of his base. But now we've got how many bombard cannons behind this castle? Oh, my clicking skills are terrible. They need to... I wish they did some training on clicking. In any event, 3 bombard cannons. This castle will go down, even with a good number of villagers repairing it. And here comes that Celtic siege. 270 HP of building, demolishing rams. Moving forward, 3 of them. They should definitely get this siege workshop. It stands no chance. I mean, villagers, swordsmen, whatever. They are not going to do... They're not going to stop these rams in time. And here come the pikes from the left. Okay, so now it's Mr. Yo, who is... Oh, God, bad pathing here for JorDan. Loses 3... 1, 2, 3 cavalry archers. Loses a monk before. And now he's on the run. Mr. Yo breaking the contain... Oh, that was freaking gorgeous. 3 Trebs dying at once to 1 shot of this siege ram. God bless splash damage. And what is Mr. Yo going to do behind this? How is he? He's broken the contain temporarily, but JorDan is not an easy target here. He's coming forward with his swordsmen. He's getting more upgrades for them. They're going to be harder and harder to kill. Yeah, +1, +2 at this point. About to become +1, +3 or 4. Okay, Mr. Yo expanding westward, takes this pile of stone, gold rather, Great play by him. Okay, should see that he's come under attack here. Immediately builds a siege workshop, no doubt, to start annoying the hell out of that town center. Scorpion trying to take on Swordsman on his own. Definitely not something you want to do, although here come 4 pikemen. Upgrade advantage here. Equal for both players. These are going to be halves in 40 seconds, though. Mr. Yo getting a shit ton of archery upgrades, a shit ton of infantry upgrades. And JorDan is, or rather, JorDan is getting those upgrades. JorDan, though, has managed to stabilize behind his broken contain. What an incredible play here. So he loses the castles, and instead of running back home, he just rebuilds his base literally a few tiles above. He did not lose his bombard cannons, of which he has now 4. And now we've got a castle war, a proxy war on the left side, on the right side. My God, there is so much action all of a sudden on the map. Very surprising to see this much action with these kinds of slow units. Oh, he's got to be careful, though. He can't just stream in these rams. I mean, look how long it's taking for these two-handed swordsmen to just get rid of them. What are they there now to +2 attack? I mean, garrison some halbs in here. Okay, wisely decides to retreat. He sees all the villagers repairing it, knows he can't destroy it. We'll keep an eye on that with maybe a picture-in-picture. For now, though, these bombard cannons are coming forward. Okay, JorDan wants to make his buildings stronger, getting architecture. Got bracer. How many? I mean, he's getting archery upgrades, but he's been knocked down to 2 cavalry archers. And I clicked the cavalry archers. For some reason, it took me to this lumber camp. Oh God, all the action is here now. Or here now. I don't know where to look. I feel like Marty Feldman with one eye going left, one eye going right. I think that's the name of that comedian from the 70s. Okay, chemistry going down for our Celt. Remember, the Turks get that for free. And now Treb's out in the west. Castle gunning down this town center. Treb gunning down this castle. Siege preparing to defend any kind of counteroffensive. JorDan, though, losing a lot of stone. In the meantime, he is in here with his swordsmen. They are getting all of the scorpions of Mr. Yo on the right side of the map. And now, if only there was an upgrade Mr. Yo could research to keep these villagers safe. If only there was, but unfortunately, there's no such thing in this game. Definitely not an upgrade called Murder Holes. And now he's coming forward, JorDan, with a bunch of swordsmen. These are going to be champions in 40 seconds. Elite Woad Raider upgrade going down. Ballsy for a player who has 1 out on the map. Remember, they elite, not just elite, but Woad Raiders in general get an attack bonus against buildings, so you mass enough of them quickly. And, oh God, bad spawning for this Scorpion. This is a game of bad spawning and bad pathing so far. And it goes down. So yeah, so if he masses enough Woad Raiders, and he's going up to 22 right now, they can eat a castle like I eat a pepperoni pizza from Domino's, i.e. in like 5 seconds, inhaling it. But halberdiers moving forward. These bombard cannons, I mean, they're pretty tanky. They've got good armor, but they're not going to survive very long. Okay, hoarding's going down for our Turk. He's going to make his castles a bit stronger in the midst of this attack. Let's see. It'll go from 450, 808. Watch how much it goes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7,000. What a good upgrade to get. Yeah, halbs against champions. We know how that battle goes. And we find ourselves drawn back to the west. And now Woad Raiders. Woad Raiders should get rid of champions. I think they do have higher HP, especially the elite, 70 to 80. Attack should be the same, I think, on 13 base, right? 13. Both players have access to full infantry upgrades. All 3 attack, all 3 defense. But with the extra HP, this definitely goes to the Woad Raiders. I think they also attack faster, although I might be confusing that with training time. They definitely do train faster. Attack speed, I'm not 100% sure. God, this castle with 7,000 HP, what a pain in the ass to get rid of. This one Treb continuing to try to do his duty to get this castle down. Mr. Yo knocked down to 12 Woad Raiders. he is very quickly running out of food, even though he's got 130 villagers. Way too many on wood right now. I don't think he needs 52, especially not with the Celtic bonus. They lumberjack 15% faster, which to me suggests that you need 15% fewer lumberjacks, or whatever the rough amount of math works out to. I don't think you need 52 when you've got 200 food in the bank. I'm really surprised that JorDan here is not building a Treb of his own to start shelling away at Mr. Yo's castle. But that's neither here nor there. He is inside Mr. Yo's base with champions. But look at the HP, half HP on these guys. They are, what's the term? A glass cannon. They look like they're very powerful, but they're incredibly fragile. I think these Woad Raiders, which are circling, I mean, 4 obviously not, but add a few more, and I think you should be able to, here they come streaming from the left side, should be able to handily take this battle. Yeah, look at the HP here on the Woad Raiders, basically double that of the champions. Oh, they just make quick work of those guys. These castles still under attack. And there you go. Take a look at the bombard cannon. While I wasn't looking or paying attention, +2 attack. You love to see that artillery upgrade. It just makes that Turkish bombard cannon such a pain in the ass to deal with. 14 range is just bonkers on this thing. I mean, look where he's standing, and he's attacking the Trebs. Look where the Trebs are, and look where this bombard cannon is. And JorDan now just streaming champions. Turkish trash units are actually trash. Oh, I was going to say Turkish trash units are notoriously terrible. No pikemen, no halbs, no elite skirmishers. But what they do have is these guys. +4, fully upgraded, +5. Remember, they do come with extra pierce armor. Like I said, the scout line does. And now Mr. Yo has cleared out this gold, rather JorDan has cleared out this gold patch. He's in here. These Woad Raiders should take this fight, I think. Not with the high ground, though, for JorDan. And now he's in here, cleared out all the Trebs. This castle is safe. 7,000 HP to the 5,000 of his opponent. 2 bombard cannons. No way to even answer these. JorDan, I think, taking advantage of the fact that the Celts have just absolutely terrible archery units. I mean, you could have tried to snipe these guys if you had, you know, I mean, I think they have cavalry archers, the Celts. I believe they have cavalry archers, but remember, no thumb ring, no Parthian tactics, and missing the last 2 defensive, rather the last offensive and last defensive upgrade. If he had, let's say, Tatari cavalry archers, these guys would be dead right now. But I think JorDan here, with his incredibly ranged 14 range bombard cannons, perfectly placed to take advantage of Mr. Yo's inability to snipe them from a distance, placing them very smartly next to the castle. And yeah, let's take a look at the stats. What a fun game. 148 champions to 147 halbs. We know how that works out, although these, I'm assuming the majority of these were pikemen. 200 APM for our Turkish player, 117. So a bit more of a relaxed game for Mr. Yo. Kill count, very good kill count for this game. 316 Turkish notches on their belts, 221 notches on the Celtic belts. So a huge discrepancy here. JorDan has just killed so many more, and I think that's just by virtue of Mr. Yo building a shit ton of those pikes, right? I mean, how many pikemen were sniped in this general area of the map? Although, how cool was that when those pikes managed to catch 3 cavalry archers? You love to see it. Bad pathing happens to everybody. I don't care if your Elo is I don't care if your Elo is 2702 or just 702. Bad pathing is an issue in this game. And let's take a look at the production. I mean, take a look at the mini map. Mr. Yo tried to expand westward. I mean, good for him. He's way too many villagers on wood. How many villagers is this? This is 50 villagers right here on wood. I think that might have just been a bit of an overkill, but finally breaks his contain to the north, uses that to expand westward, but unfortunately for him, runs into a town center, which immediately upon being attacked by siege necessitates the creation of a castle on a hill, another siege workshop, and Turkish bombard cannons, which are just what a pain in the ass to deal with. Can you imagine these guys with that Ethiopian bonus or upgrade that increases their splash damage or their blast radius? That would just be insane. And now we're entering the phase of the game, which I think Mr. Yo is aware of the spamming of the Hussars. Let's see if he could actually do that. Let's take a look at his military production. 8 barracks. I mean, I see 4 dots or 5 dots. Does that mean there's 5 stables? Okay, 5 stables here. I think I saw a 6th one. Yeah, 6th one in the main base, but okay, he's still using that one. I would have loved to see JorDan maybe build a few more. It's possible he could have. There's a lot of villagers here idling. I mean, his villager count is 22 ahead, but he's got 25 idols. So his productive villagers might actually be the same as Mr. Yo's, but overall, now that the light cav have entered the game, it doesn't matter that your unique unit, I mean, look how cool this unit is. I love their pants. It reminds me of Gangs of New York with all the colorful outfits and then just killing each other all the time. If you haven't seen that movie, highly recommend it. Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz, and then a bunch of crazy supporting cast. An amazing movie, amazing story, very fun to watch. Oh, Bill the Butcher, what a character. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't care how fast your Woad Raiders are 1.38. They're not going to catch up to a Hussar with husbandry at 1.65. That is just not happening. And so I think Mr. Yo read the writing on the wall, wisely decides to GG and live another day. And overall, JorDan just putting on the pressure, containing. Brilliant play once this contain was broken by Mr. Yo. Instead of running all the way home, what does he do? He sees that his opponent broke the contain with Pike and Siege. He knows that's not a game-ending, or Pike and Scorpions, rather. He knows that's not game-ending, at least not in the immediate term, until those Scorpions get to his base. So instead of running all the way back, he reestablishes himself in the center of the map, pumps out a whole bunch of these champions, and take a look at them, fully upgraded champions, and overall just swarms his opponent, who then has to build Woad Raiders to deal with the champions, and then Hussars come in and clean everything up. 95 HP beats 80. 17 attack, though, against 11 is just incredible. So it's possible the Woad Raiders could have withstood the attack much better than I think they could have. But neither here nor there. What an incredible game. Lots of action here. Good kill count. And you just love, this is what I was hoping for in the beginning of the game. You have one civilization who is known to just bust down the wall with gunpowder. And then you have another civilization that's known to just break down the wall with siege. And so we have very powerful gunpowder units against very powerful siege units. I wish we could have seen more mangonel line units out of our Celt, but overall, what an incredible fun game. And I'm just flabbergasted because I got exactly what I wanted. I got to see Turkish gunpowder against Celtic siege. And how cool was it with the bombards? I'm going to say it a second time. The bombard cannon standing here and sniping Trebs all the way over here, 14 range. That's just bonkers level range. And overall, wow, what a fun game. JorDan takes the W, and GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.